wall. I wound the old green hose and turned the water off. Laid my muddy gloves upon the wooden bench. Then one small light rose underneath the roses. Dishes touched softly through the kitchen window. An old song drifted from the house next door. Beside the little tree you planted last July, another light appeared above the leaves. No one had switched the garden lamps on. Still the dark began to glow. For the first time since you left here, I sat where we once sat. The garden where little lights awaken opened slowly through the trees. No one called me into the evening. Still a pathway came to me. The garden where little lights awaken shone around the tree you left. I had come outside to close the gate, but stayed beneath its branches instead. Your watering can stood rusting by the shed. The blue paint lifting gently from the handle. I filled it once and carried it across the grass to where the summer soil had cracked. The young tree had grown taller than my shoulder. One new leaf was folded near the top. I touched the bark where you had tied the ribbon, then loosened what the years had pulled too tight. The little lights moved farther past the bench and through the time, and something I had kept from growing breathed beneath the quiet sky. The garden where little lights awaken no longer looked like where you'd gone. Every leaf was turning toward tomorrow. Every root was holding on. The garden where little lights awaken let me pass the empty chair. I left the kitchen door wide open and let the summer enter there. Some things we plan outlive the promise. Some hands are gone before they bloom. I tied a new white ribbon to the branches, then carried your old gloves into the room. The garden where little lights awaken glowed beneath the rising moon. The tree you left was full of moving shadows, and every branch had found its room. The garden where little lights awaken was not asking me to wait. I watched the final light cross through the doorway, then softly closed the garden gate. as the train moved past a sleeping town. Your letter rested open on my knees, while summer grass leaned softly down. A station bell rang somewhere behind us, a white shirt lifted on a distant line. The road we walked had vanished from the window, but the light still looked the same as mine. It fell across your handwriting and found the words I used to hide. So I read the final sentence with the whole wide day outside. Sunlight across the yellow fields, falling warm upon your name. I thought one summer would be long enough to leave that road behind again. Sunlight across the yellow fields stayed long after the town was gone, and every mile beneath the turning wheels kept carrying your memory on. The train slowed down beside the old grain tower, where you once waited in your Sunday blue. A woman waved to someone on the platform. For half a breath I thought it might be you. I folded up the letter at the crossing, then watched the river open into gold. The words you wrote were younger than the silence, and lighter than the years I chose to hold. I pressed one corner flat again, then let it rest beside my hand. For the first time all that distance was only sky and summerland. Sunlight across the yellow fields, moving softly through the train. It touched the page, then slipped beyond the window, and left no shadow on your name. Sunlight across the yellow fields, no longer asking me to stay. The road we lost was shining in the distance, but I was looking straight ahead. Some letters wait until the right journey. Some goodbyes need an open sky. I placed your words inside my travel case and watched the old town pass me by. Sunlight across the yellow fields, filling every empty mile. The page was closed, the train kept moving, and I could almost see you smile. Sunlight across the yellow fields, warm upon my hands, then gone. What once had led me backward through the summer now showed me where to carry on. sundown rain lay dark along the harbor ropes. A red bicycle leaned by the old post office wall. I kept your faded postcard underneath my coat and watched the evening lights move out beyond the quay. 3 gulls disappeared above the weathered roofs. A flag at the end of the pier turned in the wind. Then a salty breeze came in across the water, like the final line you folded out of sight. I never found the words to answer, and several summers passed. Still that wind came from your shoreline and opened up the past. A breeze from the far side of the sea lifted your postcard from my hand, carried all the words I never sent toward a distant strip of land. A breeze from the far side of the sea felt briefly like your sleeve. I watched the ship grow smaller in the blue, but I could not make myself leave. The harbor clock struck 6 above the square. A sailor pulled the shutters of the cafe down. I turned your postcard over one more time, your foreign address pale against the brown. You wrote about a room above the market, a narrow bed and bells that woke the street. You said the ocean looked the same from where you stood, but never said if someone shared your sleep. I had carried every question like a stone beneath my tongue. Then the wind moved through the rigging, and I knew the years had won. A breeze from the far side of the sea turned the postcard toward the light. Your careful words were still the same, but I read them differently that night. A breeze from the far side of the sea no longer asked me to remain. It crossed the pier and pulled the evening tide, then disappeared into the rain. Some letters wait too long for an answer. Some names grow quiet on the page. I placed your postcard by the harbor rail and let the water take the age. A breeze from the far side of the sea rose softly with the morning tide. The ship was gone, the pier was clear, and nothing waited on the other side. A breeze from the far side of the sea moved gently through my open hands. What once had brought your memory home now carried me toward land. faded blue along the cloth-bound cover. A blade of grass lay pressed beside July the 12th, and one unfinished line was written in your pencil. Beyond the open window, someone cut the lawn. Ice turned slowly in a glass beside the sink. I traced the half-erased letters of your name, and that summer came back into the room. I tried to turn the page, but my hand remained. You were waiting in the silence at the end of that unfinished phrase. Summer in an old diary, open in between the faded lines. I thought the days had gone without me, but the wind outside was just the same. Summer in an old diary, waiting where the page was folded, and all the words I never wrote that evening were still there, quiet and unspoken. The next page held a ticket from the county fair. A coffee ring had blurred the date beneath it. I read how we had missed the final bus and walked home while the porch lights disappeared. Then came the day your family left the town. Only 3 short sentences beneath the rain. I had written, I will see you before you go, then crossed it out and never wrote again. Outside the mower stopped, the kitchen clock struck 4, and the room became as quiet as the station platform years before. Summer in an old diary no longer looked the way I knew it. Not a season lost behind me, but a door I never walked through. Summer in an old diary, your name beneath my restless hand. I could almost hear the train that took you rolling past the edge of town again. I took your pencil from the back of the drawer and filled the space beneath that final day. Not with all the words I should have told you, just I hope you found your way. Summer in an old diary, closed beneath the evening light. The pressed grass fell across my open palm and drifted softly out of sight. Summer in an old diary, no longer asking me to stay. I placed it back but left the window open and let the season turn the page. Basil drifted through the open kitchen window. Apricot light filled the jars beside the sink. You turned the radio with flour on your fingers, singing every second line a little wrong. Steam from the kettle climbed the faded tiles, and the tablecloth rose softly in the fan. I can't recall the story or what made us laugh that way, only how the whole room opened. Laughter in the summer kitchen, between the sunlight and the jam. Nothing anyone would call important, still I held it while I can. with the month and year half faded at the edge. I turned the dial and heard a broken chorus, then found myself still knowing every word. The room was nearly empty, but the air had not forgotten how your voice could fill the corners. Laughter in the summer kitchen rose again above the rain. From the glass that fanned the yellow curtains, from a song without a name. Laughter in the summer kitchen no longer sounded far away. I opened every window, set the old blue kettle on, and when I missed the final lyric, I laughed and carried on. Laughter in the summer kitchen. Now the evening gathers slow. I fill the jars and turn the radio, just the way you used to do. Laughter in the summer kitchen isn't only what I've lost, it lives in every open window and every song I sing wrong. Lemon turned slowly in the glass beside me. Late sunlight rested on the window frame. I moved the dial across the fading stations, then stopped when the old radio played your song. Water made small circles by the kitchen sink. I held the cooling glass and stayed until it ended. The words you left have faded, but that melody remains, and summer enters through the static again. Lemon tea in an old radio, filling up the room you left behind. It should have been another passing song, but it stayed like evening light. Lemon tea in an old radio, while the ice was melting in my hands. I listened past the final note, as though it might begin again. The following week I heard the same announcer say the singer's name before the weather news. I found the record in a shop beside the station, still wearing someone else's penciled price. At home I set it turning near the open window, and poured one glass, not two, beneath the fan. The song no longer sounded like a door I could not close. It moved through the room and let the silence go. Lemon tea in an old radio, playing softly through the summer rain. The cup beside me held no empty place, and the song no longer asked your name. had kept me waiting by the window, now gave me somewhere else to go. I wrote the title on the paper label, then opened every curtain in the room. Some songs arrive carrying a memory and leave behind a little breathing room. Lemon tea in an old radio, morning light across the kitchen floor. I knew each word before the chorus came, but it did not hurt me anymore. Lemon tea in an old radio, one last note beneath the turning fan. I lifted up the glass and let the sunlight through, and changed the station with my hand. I carried the morning wash into the yard and hung your old white shirt at the end of the line. One empty sleeve filled first with the wind, reaching over the wall toward the sun. A child rode past with a bell on his bicycle. Clouds moved slowly in the galvanized tub. I had packed that shirt away twice, but brought it out again, and summer found its shape without you. Summer on the clothesline, your empty sleeves moving in the blue. No one was coming down the garden path, still I stood there watching you. Summer on the clothesline, while the sunlight knew no loss. By noon, the sheets had dried around it. The soap scent faded into cut grass. I found one loose button near the wooden step and held it in the center of my palm. Your name was stitched inside the collar, smaller than the years since you were gone. The wind kept pulling gently at everything I saved, till the cloth no longer looked like waiting. Summer on the clothesline, your shirt turned lightly in the air. It was only cotton thread and daylight, not a promise hanging there. Summer on the clothesline, and the yard grew wide again. I took the scissors from the kitchen drawer, cut the label loose and let it fall, then folded up the shirt without your name for someone else to wear that fall. Summer on the clothesline, now the clean sheets rise and shine. Nothing empty reaches toward the road, nothing asks me to look behind. Summer on the clothesline, one last sleeve lifted, then grew still. July breeze pushed open the window and lifted the letter beside your old chair. Peaches were ripening there on the table. I poured cold water into the glass you once shared. A bicycle bell disappeared down the alley. I found your photograph in the drawer upstairs. I had folded one corner to help me put it away, but the wind opened it again. A July breeze at the window moves the curtain where you used to be. It watches the road that brings no one home and lays your picture next to me. A July breeze at the window, and I still leave the latch unturned. Your white shirt rose on the neighbor's clothesline. For half of a second I thought it was you. The clock in the kitchen kept losing a minute. The ice in your glass had melted clear through. I carried the photograph out to the hallway and stopped where the late light fell across your shoes. There was nothing left to answer, no footsteps on the stairs, only summer moving through the house. A July breeze at the window turns the pages we never closed. It crosses the room and cools the empty glass, then slips beneath the door. A July breeze at the window, and I no longer call your name. Some things return only as weather. Some doors stay open after goodbye. I placed your photograph in the drawer and watch the white curtain rise. A July breeze at the window moves the chair, then lets it rest. The road is empty, but the room feels wide, with evening settling in the west. A July breeze at the window, and this time I let it pass. Three o'clock rain hid the old movie house. I set my shopping bag beneath the red awning. You came around the corner with your collar turned high, one shoelace loose, like that day at the station. We spoke about the weather before saying our names, then took the window table and ordered coffee for two. The buses cut through rivers outside. The clock above the counter moved on. 10 silent years were cooling between us. Coffee beneath the awning, only to smiled around the words we couldn't say, like strangers sometimes do. Coffee beneath the awning, your cup was empty before mine, and I knew it wasn't shelter that had kept me there this time. Your left hand rested bare beside the saucer. I folded one small sugar packet twice. You asked if I still lived beyond the river. I said the neighborhood had hardly changed. The waitress cleared the table next to ours, while you watched rain slide down the window frame. You said your train would leave at 6. I watched the steam fade from your cup. The past had found a chair between us. Coffee beneath the awning, the rain was thinning into gray. We talked about the streets and passing years, and let the truth stay far away. Coffee beneath the awning, you reached for your coat too soon, and every drop along the window held the afternoon. I could have asked why you came back. You could have asked why I remained. But some doors close without a sound, and some still open in the rain. Coffee beneath the awning, long after the sky turned clear. You crossed the street without